On my wedding day, my fiancée made me ride in the back car because her assistant gets carsick. I'm the groom and I wasn't even allowed in the lead car. It was completely unheard of. I asked my future father-in-law and brother-in-law for help, but they were strangely on the same page, telling me to be the bigger person. My friends and family were all waiting to see me make a fool of myself, especially the jealous coworkers who already had their phones out, ready to post videos and roast me. So I walked right over to my childhood friend's car and hopped in the passenger seat. Didn't you say you didn't want me to marry someone else? Well, you want to go get a marriage license right now? She was ecstatic. Hell yeah. After they found out I'd already married someone else, my ex-fiancé's family completely panicked. I'd been up since the crack of dawn, finally done with all the pre-ceremony rituals. Just as I straightened my suit and was about to get into the wedding car, Tiffany grabbed my arm. Wait, you ride in the back. Took me a second to process that. What? Harry gets carsick, he has to sit up front. Just suck it up, it's not a long drive. Tiffany, this is our big day. I'm the groom. You think it's appropriate for me to be in a back car while your assistant rides with you in the limo? Besides, when people get carsick, they need to open a window or at worst, sit in the passenger seat. This is the first I've ever heard of someone needing the main wedding car. Harry could barely hide his smug grin. Sorry about this, Johnny. My condition is a little special. Tiffany feels bad for me and insisted I ride with her. I didn't want to, of course. It's not exactly proper. I was about to explode. So you know it's not proper. But with so many friends and family watching, I swallowed my anger and tried to keep my voice even. The lead car is always for the bride and groom. If you have Harry ride with you, anyone who doesn't know better will think you're marrying him. Why do you care so much what other people think? Our friends and family are here today. They know who I'm marrying. Seeing I wasn't getting through to her, I went straight to her dad. Dad, Tiffany is insisting her assistant ride with her in the lead car and that I should just find a spot in one of the back cars. Before her dad could say a word, her brother piped up. Come on, man. If my sister told you to do it, just do it. It's not a big deal. You don't have to run to dad to tattle on her. Johnny, Tiffany is a very busy woman. She needs her assistant by her side at all times. What if some work issue comes up on the way? It's more convenient for them to be together. You two are going to be husband and wife, you need to be more understanding. I got the picture. Her entire family was siding with an outsider. Tiffany had already opened the limo door for Harry and watched him get in. The guests around us were whispering. Some looked shocked, some were annoyed, but most of them were just enjoying the show, waiting for me to be humiliated. A few of my coworkers, who I never got along with, dropped the act and pulled out their phones, filming the limo and then panning back to me. One of them was even narrating. The gold-digging groom is getting his karma fast. Tiffany might have married him, but she won't even let him ride in the wedding car. Harry is the one Tiffany really loves. So what if the mooch managed to pressure her into marrying him? He doesn't even have the right to ride in the same car as her. Their comments got uglier, and I couldn't take it anymore. I finally roared. Shut your mouths. They reluctantly put their phones away. Even if you trick Tiffany into marrying you, Johnny, you'll never be as important to her as Harry is. Yeah, if I were you, I wouldn't go through with this wedding. If you have any self-respect, you'll just go home now. Why wouldn't I go through with it? I am absolutely getting married today. If I didn't, I'd just be handing that scumbag Harry exactly what he wanted. Everyone thought I had pressured Tiffany into marrying me, but it was the complete opposite. To get me to be her boyfriend, Tiffany rented out an entire cruise ship. She set off 999 fireworks over the city's main waterfront. To get me to marry her, Tiffany proposed to me 18 times. The last time, despite her crippling fear of heights, she jumped from the world's highest bungee platform. All because I had told her, if you dare to jump from there, I'll agree to marry you. But all those beautiful memories were now just a joke for everyone to laugh at. I walked over to a random car, opened the passenger door and got in. The groom isn't even allowed in the lead car, and you're sure you still want to get married? I turned and saw it was my childhood friend, Lily, who I'd known since we were kids. Are you here to laugh at me? When I decided to marry Tiffany, Lily was dead set against it. We fought about it several times and almost stopped talking for good. I don't have that kind of time. After a short silence, Lily spoke again. If you call off this wedding right now, I'll get you out of here immediately. Take me to the wedding venue. She's treating you like this, and you still want to marry her. Just drive. Lily slammed her fist on the steering wheel but started the car and headed toward the venue. We were about halfway there when a small car suddenly swerved out of nowhere and slammed right into us. Luckily, Lily was a great driver. She swerved hard, and he only clipped our side. A stylishly dressed man got out of the car, ran over, and started banging on our window. What kind of driving is that? You wrecked my car. Neither of you is going anywhere until you pay for my repairs. Stay in the car. I'll handle this. He looked really familiar, but I couldn't place him. Just then, Tiffany called. Where are you? We've been here forever. What's taking you so long? I was in a car accident. I heard a guy's voice next to her. A car accident on your wedding day? Isn't that bad luck? Maybe it's a sign from the universe that you two shouldn't get married. Don't say that. Johnny, just grab a cab and get over here. Don't miss the ceremony. My heart sank. I was just in a car wreck, and your first thought isn't whether I'm hurt, but that I might be late? My husband is a tough guy. I'm sure you're fine. Just hurry up and get a cab. Everyone's waiting for you. Tiffany hung up. The moment I stepped out of the car, someone grabbed my wrist. You're not going anywhere. No one in this car is leaving. It was the man who had intentionally hit my car. Seeing him up close, I finally remembered who he was. I didn't know his name, but I'd seen him at the company once. He was one of Harry's buddies. Lily stepped in front of me. This is my car. If you have a problem, you can talk to me. No way. No one in this car is leaving. How do I know you didn't plan this whole thing to hit me on purpose? Dude, there are traffic cameras all over this intersection. You hit me. I don't care. None of you are going anywhere. I scoffed. Harry sent you to hold me up, didn't he? The man froze, clearly not expecting me to recognize him. Who's Harry? I don't know anyone by that name. Just then, my phone rang again. It was a video call from Harry. I answered, and there he was wearing my custom-made tux. My makeup artist was behind him, fixing his hair. How do I look, Johnny? Don't get the wrong idea. Tiffany said you probably wouldn't make it in time, and she was afraid of missing the ceremony. So she asked me to stand in for you. No need to rush over. I'll live stream the entire wedding for you. Gotta go, the ceremony is starting. I sat back in the car in silence, watching the wedding that was supposed to be mine proceed smoothly without me. I had picked out every single detail of the venue, down to every flower used for decoration. But now someone else was standing up there. The wedding reached its climax, and the officiant announced loudly, "The bride may now kiss her groom." Tiffany barely hesitated before tilting her head up and kissing him. The camera even zoomed in for a close-up of their kiss. It was a deep kiss, so intense you could see a string of saliva between their lips when they pulled apart. I felt a wave of nausea, opened the car door, and couldn't help but throw up. Lily quickly patted my back. "Why are you suddenly sick? I'll take you to the hospital." I waved my hand, took the water bottle she offered, and rinsed my mouth. This suit suddenly felt itchy and unbearable. I just wanted to get it off. My eyes fell on a bag in the back seat. I grabbed it and saw it was a new tracksuit Lily had just bought for her brother. I took off the formal accessories on my head and changed into the tracksuit. It was a little small, but it would do. At that moment, a voice came from my phone. "So, Johnny, what did you think of our wedding? In a bit, Tiffany and I are going to make the rounds and toast the guests. Your relatives don't seem to care much about you. They didn't even notice the groom was swapped out. I won't live stream the toasts. It's a waste of battery. Bye." Lily got back in the car. That guy was a total psycho. I'm not going to waste my time arguing with him. I had my assistant handle it. She saw my new look, and her eyes nearly popped out of her head. "What are you? You don't mind if I borrow your brother's clothes, do you?" Lily just stared. "No, not at all. Does this mean you're not getting married?" Tiffany and Harry already finished the ceremony. "Johnny, Didn't you say you didn't want me to marry anyone else? So, you want to go get our marriage license now or not? I was completely stunned. You mean, you and me? Get a marriage license? Lily nodded. If you don't want to, it's fine. Her face lit up instantly. You bet. Why wouldn't I want to? I'd love to. Lily slammed on the gas and drove straight to City Hall. Just like that, in a complete daze, we got our marriage certificate. Let's go. To the hotel. I felt my face flush. Are we moving this fast? We haven't even held hands yet. What are you thinking? I meant let's go to my wedding hotel. The reception should still be going on. We can go give Tiffany and Harry a wedding gift. Let's do it. When we got to the hotel, I grabbed an empty envelope and stuffed $38 into it. Then Lily and I found an inconspicuous corner table and sat down. After a long wait, Tiffany and Harry finally made their way to our table during the toasts. They didn't recognize me at first. It wasn't until it was my turn to be toasted that Tiffany finally saw me. Johnny, when did you get here? And whose clothes are you wearing? The groom was replaced. Wouldn't it be ironic for me to still be in that suit? Don't misunderstand. It was only because you were in an accident and couldn't make it. That's why I had Harry help me finish the ceremony. Otherwise, not only would we have missed the right time, but it wouldn't have been fair to make all our friends and family wait for you. I nodded. I understand. Tiffany's father and her brother, Tyler, came over. Hey, man, what are you wearing? Are those a woman's clothes? Johnny, I'm not trying to lecture you, her dad started. But just because Tiffany didn't let you ride in the limo, you intentionally skipped your own wedding to embarrass her. That was so immature. If Harry hadn't stepped in to save the day, our whole family would have been humiliated. Don't you ever pull something like this again. Even if Tiffany spoils you, I absolutely will not tolerate it. You didn't tell him I was in a car accident? Oh, and by the way, the car that hit me was driven by one of Harry's friends. He's been arrested for intentionally causing an accident and will definitely be facing criminal charges. Harry looked flustered, and Tiffany immediately jumped to his defense. What do you mean, one of Harry's friends? You make it sound like Harry intentionally had his friend crash into you. Didn't he? That's impossible. I know Harry better than anyone. He's so considerate and kind. He doesn't have a manipulative bone in his body. Why would he ask his friend to crash into your car? Harry's eyes turned red. Tiffany, thank you for believing in me. Otherwise, there's no way I could clear my name. Don't worry. Some people just bite the hand that feeds them. Tiffany, are you calling me a dog? I just want you to understand that Harry did you a huge favor today. You should be grateful to him, not sling mud in his face. You need to apologize to him right now. I was going to reschedule another wedding for you, but if you don't apologize, you can forget about it. I let out a laugh. If you don't do it, someone else will. Right, honey? Lily leaned over and gave me a soft kiss on the forehead. Of course. Tiffany looked like she'd misheard. What did you just call her? My wife. She's my wife. Legally. Thank you for not marrying me. I'm now Ms. Miller's husband. Tiffany's face twisted in disgust. Johnny, what are you doing? I'm your wife. We just had our wedding. You're mistaken. The person who had a wedding with you was Harry. I just played a few door games with you this morning. Wasn't Harry the one who actually went through the ceremony with you? I've told you a dozen times. Harry was just helping you. You're still my groom. Sorry, but I don't need anyone to help me through my own wedding. So what are you trying to say? Isn't it obvious? We're over. And I have you to thank, Tiffany. If you hadn't insisted on getting the license after the wedding, I never would have had the chance to choose someone else. Now, I wish you and Harry a long and happy life together. May you have many children. I stuffed the envelope into Harry's hand. This is our wedding gift to you. Harry opened it on the spot. Why is there only $38 in here? Because that's all you're worth. Harry's face turned green with rage. Tiffany, I tried to help him, and he calls me a kept man. Johnny, all our guests are here and so many of your relatives. This isn't the time to throw a tantrum. My parents passed away a long time ago. Those relatives are people I barely know. If you hadn't forced me to invite them, saying a wedding wouldn't be lively with too few people, I wouldn't have had to suck it up and call every single one of them. I even had to pay for some of them to come. Some of them don't even know what I look like. So what if they see me as a joke? It's not like we'll ever see each other again anyway. Tiffany's face darkened. Johnny, this wasn't a big deal today. Did you have to make such an ugly scene? I'm giving you one last chance. Apologize to Harry right now, and I can pretend none of this ever happened. Otherwise, you're not coming home to our new house tonight, and I'll have to seriously reconsider our relationship. I let out a cold laugh. I wouldn't go back even if you begged me to, but I do need to make one trip there. I bought a lot of the things in that house, and now that we're broken up, I'm taking them with me. You don't have a problem with that, do you? All right, I'm done talking to you. I took Lily's hand. Honey, will you help me go pack my things? We strolled right past Tiffany, whose face had turned a sickly shade of green. Johnny, are you really trying to humiliate me in front of everyone? Tiffany chased after me, with Harry clopping behind her in his dress shoes. Tiffany, just leave him alone. The more you indulge him, the worse his temper gets. Let's just stay here and finish the toasts. There are still so many guests waiting. Suddenly, we heard a yelp. Harry had fallen. Tiffany looked at me ahead of her, then back at him on the ground. In the end, she chose to go back and help him up. Lily and I went back to the house Tiffany and I were supposed to live in, and I started packing without a word. Anything I could take, I boxed up. Anything I couldn't, I smashed. The thought of Tiffany and Harry living here together made me sick. I'd rather destroy it all than let those two scumbags have it. Once everything was packed, I took one last look around the house. I had once dreamed of marrying Tiffany here, having children, and growing old together. Now, it was all just a fantasy. This place was never really mine. Before leaving, I transferred the $5 million Tiffany had given me back to her account. Then I blocked her on everything. Don't look back. This place has bad vibes anyway. We'll find a much better home. Why don't we go look at houses tomorrow? The new villas over at Lakeview Estates just went on the market. I nodded. Okay, so tonight, can I stay at your place? Lily froze for a second, then her ears turned red. We're a legally married couple now. We're supposed to live together. I know you probably just want to stay with me to avoid Tiffany, but I'm still really happy. I found it hard to look Lily in the eye. Even though we'd known each other for over 20 years, for almost our entire lives, it still felt strange now that we'd gone from friends to lovers. When we got to Lily's place, I didn't know whether to sit or stand. I'd been to her house plenty of times before, but I'd never felt so awkward. Lily was nervous too. Her face was as red as an apple. Why don't you take a shower first? Then I'll go after you. Okay. I escaped into the bathroom and gave myself a long pep talk. We have a marriage license. We're a legal couple. There's nothing to be awkward about. After psyching myself up, I came out of the bathroom and went to the bedroom to wait for her. When Lily finished her shower, everything that was supposed to happen between a husband and wife happened. I had really underestimated her. She wasn't just beautiful, her body was incredible, too. All in all, I was very satisfied. The next morning, after breakfast, Lily drove me over to Lakeview Estates to look at houses. We loved one of the newly finished villas and were ready to sign the papers on the spot. Just as I picked up the pen, I heard a cry from behind me. Johnny, I finally found you. Tiffany ran toward me. I went back to our house last night and saw you'd taken all your things. You even sent back the $5 million I gave you. I tried to call you to apologize, but your phone just wouldn't go through. I went to your old place, but no one was there. Then someone told me they saw you at Lakeview today, so I rushed right over. Johnny, I thought about it all last night, and I know I was completely out of line with the wedding arrangements. You have every right to be angry. You can do whatever you want to get it out of your system, but please just don't ignore me. We're husband and wife. Couples fight, but they make up. We shouldn't let this drag on. I came here specifically to apologize, and I've already started planning a new wedding ceremony for you. I scoffed. Tiffany, you don't still think I'm just pouting, do you? We're done. I have a new family now. Please don't bother me again. Don't say things you don't mean, Johnny. I know you can't live without me. We've been together for 8 years. We're not going to break up, so that's it. You thought because we were together for 8 years, you could hurt me however you wanted. And I'd never leave? Tiffany, I'm not that pathetic. I've never been some love-struck idiot. I would have loved you forever, as long as you were loyal to me. But you betrayed me, so I don't love you anymore. I just had Harry stand in for a ceremony. Nothing happened between us. Nothing happened? I pulled up the video from yesterday's wedding. You two were kissing in front of everyone, and you're telling me nothing happened? Do you think I'm an idiot, Johnny? A flicker of panic crossed Tiffany's face. No, that was just camera angles. Do camera angles create a string of saliva? Seeing she couldn't argue her way out of it, Tiffany changed her tune. The atmosphere was just so emotional. I got caught up in the moment. Johnny, I swear, there's nothing going on between me and Harry. Yesterday's wedding was just an accident. I don't want to hear your excuses. My wife and I are buying our marital home now. Please don't disturb us. Wife, Tiffany sneered. You mean Lily? Isn't she just your best friend? You've known each other for over 20 years and never got together. And now, after one day, she's your wife? I put my arm around Lily. Yeah. Is there a problem? Don't be ridiculous. I'd never believe that in a million years. Honey, you brought the marriage certificate, right? Show it to her. Lily pulled our marriage certificate out of her purse and held it up in front of Tiffany's face. Open your damn eyes and look closely. Am I Johnny's legal wife or not? Tiffany stared at the certificate, completely stunned for a long moment. You actually married this person. Yeah, I told you yesterday. We're a legally married couple. Tiffany's eyes turned red. Johnny, how could you be so impulsive? Getting married is a huge deal. How could you just go and marry someone else? Did you even think about my feelings? Why should I think about your feelings? Do I need your permission to get married? When you were up on that stage kissing Harry, did you think about my feelings? Tiffany took a deep breath. Johnny, since this is already a fact, I don't want to argue with you about it anymore. Go and get a divorce right now, and I can pretend none of this ever happened. We'll start over. We'll get our license first, and then we'll have a new wedding. Lily couldn't hold back her anger anymore. Are you an idiot? Can't you understand plain English? My husband is done with you. He is my legal husband now. If you keep harassing him, don't blame me for what happens next. Tiffany shoved Lily hard. Who the hell do you think you are? Johnny doesn't love you. He only loves me. He only married you to make me angry. You can't seriously think he has feelings for you. Whether he loves me or not isn't for you to decide. Maybe he loved you before, but now his heart belongs to me. You little brat, trying to steal my husband. You need to be taught a lesson. You have no idea who you're messing with. Tiffany lunged forward to slap her, but Lily, who knew Taekwondo, easily blocked it and twisted her arm. Tiffany's face went white with pain. You dare touch me? I'll kill you. Tiffany was no match for Lily. I pulled them apart. Just then, Harry arrived. Oh my God. Tiffany, why are you fighting with someone? Send her a lawyer's letter. I'm going to sue her. I'm going to make her pay until she's bankrupt. You little tramp. You dare to lay a hand on me? I guess you don't want to work in this city anymore. Harry helped Tiffany up. Tiffany, I told you not to come looking for Johnny. He's still angry. He's not going to listen to anything you say right now. You'd be better off coming back with me. Give it a few months. Once Johnny calms down, he might come back to you on his own. In a few months, he'll be a father. Tiffany shoved Harry away. Johnny, are you really going to be with this little girl? She's just a regular office worker. What can she give you? This house you're looking at, can she even afford it? Even if you managed to buy it, you'd be stuck with a mortgage for the rest of your lives. If you like this place, I can buy all of them and give them to you. Lily let out a cold laugh. You talk a big game, Tiffany. Buying out all the villas in Lakeview Estates would cost at least $1 billion. You have that kind of money? Tiffany did not have that kind of money. Even if I didn't, I'm still 100 times better off than you. If you can afford to buy a single bathroom in this place, I'll take your last name. Then I'm afraid you'll have to change your name to Tiffany Miller. You're full of it. Do you know who the developer of this property is? Isn't it Miller Corp? You're not going to tell me you're the heiress to the Miller Corp fortune. Are you? If you're the heiress of Miller Corp., I'll get on my knees and bow to you right now. Lily smiled. Remember what you just said. Lily called over the manager of the development. This lady is interested in our properties. She wants to buy all of our villas. Please take her to process the payment. Right this way, ma'am. Wait, I'm not just going to swipe my card because you tell me to. For all I know, you're in cahoots with the sales team to scam me. I'm not buying this house. I'm not that naive. Whatever. It's not like we'll have trouble selling these places. But if you don't have the money, don't pretend you do. Making up excuses now is just embarrassing. Whether I buy it or not is my business. Who said I have to buy it just because I said I would? You're the one who has to prove you're the Miller Corp heiress. Don't try to change the subject. Fine. Lily took out her phone and made a call. I'm sure you know my grandfather. Is your grandfather someone important? How would I know him? The call connected. Grandpa, are you busy? The CEO of Apex Tech, Tiffany, would like to say hello. Then Lily turned the phone toward Tiffany. This is my grandfather. When Tiffany saw Lily's grandfather, she was floored. Mr. Chairman, hello. I'm Tiffany from Apex Tech. Her grandfather nodded. Hello. I believe Lily has mentioned you before. You were Johnny's fiancée, correct? Lily took the phone back. Grandpa, she's not his fiancée anymore. And I have good news. Johnny and I just got our marriage license yesterday. He's your grandson-in-law now. Her grandfather was stunned for a moment, then burst out laughing. Wonderful. That's wonderful. I've wanted Johnny to be our family's grandson-in-law for ages. But you little girl, you never made a move. You drove me crazy. It's not that I didn't make a move, I just never had the chance. But it's all good now. He's my husband. Excellent. Bring Johnny home for dinner. Tonight, I'll have the chef make all of his favorite dishes. Okay. After she hung up, Tiffany was still in a daze. You're really the Miller Corp heiress. Where do you think all those projects between your company and Miller Corp came from? If it wasn't for Johnny, you wouldn't have even been qualified to bid. All right, you can kneel and bow to me now. Tiffany started to sweat. If she did it, she'd lose all face. If she didn't, she'd already made the promise. And now Lily was on a whole different level. She couldn't afford to offend her. With no other choice, she quickly dropped to her knees and gave Lily a quick bow. I couldn't even be bothered to watch her. Oh, I suddenly remembered something. Hey, can you take me back to the office later? I need to hand in my resignation and pack up my stuff. Tiffany's eyes were bloodshot. Johnny, you're quitting your job just to get away from me? I was never happy with that job anyway. The only reason I stayed in an admin position for so long was because you said you wanted to see me every day. I studied finance. I spent 8 years doing grunt work at that company for you. It's time for me to go home and enjoy life. You know how rich my wife is. I could go home and do nothing for the rest of my life and never run out of money. Right, honey? Lily wrapped her arms around me and kissed my forehead. Of course. What's mine is yours. Let's go. We'll head back to the company now. Lily drove me back to the office. I wrote out my resignation in a few minutes. I printed it out and tossed it in front of Tiffany. Quit. I'm not approving it. I'm resigning whether you approve it or not. I'll just forfeit this month's salary if I have to. Those coworkers who never liked me were craning their necks to see what was going on. I walked straight over to them. Can you send me the videos you took at my wedding yesterday? I'd like to see them. They looked at each other nervously. I just want the videos. I'm not going to cause any trouble for you. They hesitated for a moment before finally sending the videos to me. As I was about to leave, I ran into Tiffany's father and Tyler at the company entrance. Johnny, you've made your point. It's time to stop. In the 2 days you've been gone, your brother and I haven't been able to eat or sleep properly. That's because you don't have anyone to cook for you. But don't worry, Harry can take my place. You can boss him around from now on. How could we do that? He's just Tiffany's assistant. You're the only son-in-law our family recognizes. The only one you recognize, I sneered. You only recognize me because my family has money and I could help Tiffany. You just wanted to bleed me dry since I have no other family, right? That's a horrible thing to say, man. We came to find you personally because we consider you family. Don't be ungrateful. I can't afford family like you. You'd be better off with Harry. He's the one who's really part of your family." I pushed past Tyler, who was blocking my way, and walked out without looking back. That night, a friend forwarded me a TikTok video. "Johnny, you have to see this. Someone's spreading rumors about you." I clicked on the video. It was posted by an anonymous account. Although the faces were pixelated, you could still tell the groom was me. The video was selectively edited with a voice changer narrating. Groom fools around with his childhood friend on his wedding day. Bride catches him wearing her friend's brother's clothes. Bride cancels the wedding on the spot and marries her assistant instead. The comments were all trashing me. This groom is so shameless. He's about to get married and still has to hook up with his childhood friend. If I were the bride, I'd be furious. This guy has such a high sex drive. He might as well just sell himself. I think he'd make a great gigolo. Shameless gold digger. His parents must be trash too, to have raised such a piece of garbage. Besides the comments attacking me, there were also many congratulating the bride and her assistant. The bride should have been with her assistant all along. Who does this groom think he is, trying to marry into a rich family? The bride and her assistant are a match made in heaven. Congratulations. This is truly fate. Blessings. Reading the comments, I smiled. I knew Harry would use the fact that I was wearing Lily's brother's clothes to spin some story. Good thing I was prepared. I immediately uploaded the videos my coworkers had recorded and posted a clarification video. "Hello everyone, I'm the groom in that video. First, on the day of the wedding, I was not with my childhood friend. It was my fiancée who, using the excuse that her assistant gets carsick, refused to let me ride in the lead car. She completely disregarded my feelings and drove off with her assistant in the limo, which is why I got a ride with my friend. On the way, I was hit by a car driven by the assistant's friend. Then, my fiancée used my inability to be there as an excuse to have her assistant complete the wedding ceremony in my place. I was so angry that I changed out of my tux and broke up with her. Right now, the assistant's friend is in police custody. I am willing to take legal responsibility for everything I've said, and I will be suing the person who posted that defamatory video. After that, I released evidence proving that Tiffany had pursued me and proposed to me, showing that I wasn't the gold digger my coworkers claimed I was. As soon as I posted my clarification, the online narrative completely flipped. The people who were attacking me were now attacking Harry, and even Tiffany and her family. That assistant is so manipulative. First time I've ever heard of carsickness requiring the lead car. I guess if it were a funeral, he'd demand to ride in the hearse too. The bride and her assistant are both terrible people. He uses such a lame excuse to get in the limo, and she agrees? They're definitely sleeping together. And her dad and brother went along with their nonsense. The whole family is trash. Good for the groom for marrying someone else. And they have the nerve to go online and spread lies about the groom. If he hadn't kept the evidence, they would have ruined him. These scumbags are so vicious. Why don't they just go die? Online sleuths not only figured out who Tiffany and Harry were, but they also found her company's address. Outraged users started posting on my behalf, calling them out. When many of Tiffany's business partners saw the scandal, they immediately terminated their contracts. Miller Corp also terminated its partnership with Tiffany and blacklisted her throughout the industry. Overnight, Tiffany's company went bankrupt. At the same time, I filed a lawsuit against Harry for defamation and slander. The next time I saw Tiffany, her eyes were sunken, and she was so thin she was almost unrecognizable. Tyler trailed behind her, no longer looking sharp and polished, but completely disheveled. "Johnny, I'm so sorry. I investigated, and it's true, the person who hit you that day was Harry's friend. I was fooled by that scumbag Harry. I've already fired him. I came today to formally apologize to you. I hope, for the sake of our past, you can help me out. Dad's in the hospital. He collapsed when the company went bankrupt. He was always good to you. For his sake, can you please ask Lily to save me?" "Yeah, man," Tyler added. "We were almost family. You can't just stand by and watch us end up like this. Can you?" "Why can't I? You brought this on yourselves. If you hadn't started spreading rumors about me online first, I wouldn't have aired all this dirty laundry in public. You started this, but I get to decide when it ends. Tiffany's face contorted with rage. Are you trying to kill my father? He's in the hospital on oxygen right now. He can't take any more stress. I'm not the one who put him in the hospital. This is the consequence of your own actions. Tiffany, if you're going to do something like that, you should be prepared for the consequences. You hurt me so recklessly because you were sure I wouldn't fight back, right? I told you a long time ago, I'm not some love-struck idiot. And I don't love you anymore. What you did to me, I will return to you tenfold. You should be grateful that Harry was the one who slandered me online. You just used him as your pawn. Otherwise, you'd be facing not just bankruptcy, but jail time. Johnny, how can you be so cruel? I've always been good to you. Just because I didn't let you ride in the limo at the wedding, you're going to destroy me? My assistant handed me an envelope, and I threw it at her. You have the nerve to say you were good to me? While we were dating, you were sleeping with Harry the whole time. You even agreed to help him raise the child he had with his ex-girlfriend. The biggest mistake of my life was spending 8 years with you, Tiffany. Seeing the photos, all the fight went out of Tiffany. She fell to her knees in front of me, sobbing.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
I'm so sorry. I was involved with him, but you're the only one I ever loved. You make me sick, Tiffany. I signaled for security to escort them out. As they were being led away, Tyler kept screaming for me to save them. I pretended not to hear. Soon after, Tiffany's company completely dissolved, and she was saddled with a mountain of debt. Harry was found guilty of defamation and slander and sentenced to 3 years in prison. And on that same day, I received the best news of my life. My wife, Lily, was pregnant. All those unpleasant people and events were now just a bad memory. All I could think about was the arrival of our new little life.